All right, so we got the EFL fired back up. You were right, it was the engine coolant temp sensor, so I went ahead and unplugged it and it fired right up.
It drives once again.
Watch your fingers. All right, so I got everything all cleaned up back in here. It still fires up, which is good. So I put the ECU away, which is exactly the last step I got to do last time before it stopped working on me. But yep, it was the engine coolant temp sensor. I unplugged it, it fired right up. I plugged it back in, cleared the code, and now the temp works, and there's no code, and car runs. So pretty silly, but it's an EF and they have little nicks like that. So we're gonna get back to work and start cranking away on everything else. I already got that red Integra all pinned out, but we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna just swap the entire engine harness, because my dad thinks that the engine harness, the ride wire is just too corroded, and that the voltage and everything going to everything isn't gonna be correct. So he wants a good one on there. So he says it'll probably need retuned afterwards anyways, because all the voltages will be correct instead of how it was before, because he doesn't think all the voltages and everything was right before. So he just wants the right harness on, a new harness on there that he knows is right, and we're gonna just get everything taken care of so that that car can run good for those guys. All right, so Gordo got everything all figured out. We're gonna go ahead and see what he made. I believe we click here, and then we go over here. Dyno runs, right? Honda. We'll see. So this is what Gordo used to be. Right there. 413, right?
Does it say?
Yeah.
413.
We'll have to turn that on.
Display max. 434.
So we made 434.
Nice.
Yep.
No.
Not too bad. No, the run didn't save.
No, it didn't?
No, because this is the run where it
yeah,
spiked,
yeah.
and that's the run before.
So
the run didn't save.
That sucks.
So we don't know what we made, but she's ripping, man, and that was clean too. Dang. So we're running to the house to grab some parts real quick. Sean and Todd need some parts, and then I need some parts, so kind of just watching the map here, watching it move around. It's kind of hanging out right here. We're kind of just slowly moving it, and trying to get that better and more consistent, try and get it all to stay at one spot. To watch the log and give it a little bit up top, because it went into the 12.5 area, but it didn't go above that. All right, we made it. We didn't overheat or run out of gas. We still got over half a tank, just barely, and we're probably like 190. All right, so I got this valve cover for Todd, and then the other part he wanted was not here. It was not on the part he thought it was on, so not sure where it was, not sure if it exists, but it's not here. It's not where they thought it was, and we got stuff to do. So we're gonna keep moving. Let's roll. All right, so we're gonna cruise over to Jordan's shop, check out what they're doing. They're working on the Prelude, and then we're gonna head back to the shop and take care of what we need to get done. So we're gonna move out now. And you guys have been moving. Almost got this rear all done. Finishing up the first side, and moving on to the next one. It's looking sick though. All new bushings. It's pretty sick.
It's not fun to do though.
No, but it's the most necessary work out of all of it, I honestly would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't done it yet for the CRX because it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
But this is coming, you guys. I mean, in the rear, the front is mostly spherical. I gotta do ball joints and little things up there, but the rear, the bushings are bad. Bad.
We better get to it, huh?
Yes, sir. Looks good, though. All right. A lot of fuel on there. All right, so we're at the gas station now. We're gonna fill up with the 85 and then head back to the shop. I just cleaned the windshield. I did an all right job. Definitely a little bit more still like here in some places, but it's a lot better than it was. And so we're gonna go ahead and head on out. Well, so it is just not our day. So we were headed back to the shop and we were getting on the highway and we just felt this crazy shaking in the steering, and Gordo was like, something's up, man. And so we got out and the driver wheel feels fine, and then you go over and you shake the passenger wheel and the upper ball joint, the Allens, the camber adjustment are loose, and it is just letting that thing move in and out. And I think we gotta get back to the shop, Gordo. All right, so Gordo, show me what the problem is. Why is the wheel moving? Oh my goodness. That's just outrageous. That's outrageous, man. All right, so we just got it all tightened up. We're gonna head out now. See, it doesn't move at all. That's how it should have been. So camber's still pretty straight. Everything's pretty good. All right, we're all fixed up, and while we were sitting here, I just kind of put this back on before we head out, because I was like, you know, we got it here, you know, might as well see. All right, guys, so I got it sitting pretty consistent here. It barely moves between many of the squares, and it stays pretty good. Right about the 13.5, 13.1, 13.7, kind of right just in the 13s, you know, kind of staying right in the 13s for drivability. And then when we're ripping, right about 11.7. So it's pretty sick. All right, now that we made it back to the shop, still tight over here. Still tight over here. We're gonna have to get this thing up on the lift though, and we're gonna check things out because we just did a pull right here to make sure we were good, and I don't know if we're good. Seemed pretty shaky, seemed pretty definitely suspension shaky, but it was just like off throttle. So he would, like, when he would shift, I could feel it kind of like rumble, but then when the engine would take over, it'd kind of mask the rumble of the suspension. So we're gonna have to figure that out for sure. We're moving right along on this Integra. I got the other harness here, plugged into the alternator really only. I got to do the injectors, so that's why I just plugged in that, just to make sure it was gonna plug in and it was gonna be good. And then I got these 2 wires there. So needed a wire harness. It was way corroded. The whole thing was toast. Once I had changed out the deadhead, it made the main relay click and go crazy. So just swap the harness. No more crazy clicking. Thing runs. No weird noise light issues. All the injectors are firing. No misfires. It's awesome. So gonna go ahead and show him his deadhead and all that stuff when he comes to check it out. Definitely need him to see that. But other than that, the thing works now and it's awesome. So let's get this thing all taken care of for him.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do a pull and check our adjustments after this.
Right, changing it up.
Got hood closed.
Pops out of there like that. Sick.
Yeah, get that hood closed.
Yeah, put a hood on it. This looks like a good spot for a catch can maybe someday. Yeah.
Trying them all about the same length, you know? Then we move on to the other side. We just gotta cut this one a little shorter, and then it'll be good. You know? Right there, Gordo? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and mock this up, and then we'll see how it fits. If it fits perfect, we'll go ahead and bead roll it and then put it on. Yep, so I think we'll go ahead and bead roll this guy and then put it on officially and tighten that clamp down right here.
Tight.
Heck yeah. All right. Now we gotta move our boost control. We're just extending the wires a little bit so that it's not all short and being pulled on, and then everything will be good. So we're gonna get that done and then we'll be back with you. We had a great time driving Gordo's car back to the back shop and grabbing some stuff and making sure it drove and doing the drivability. That was really awesome. We really actually got to figure some stuff out and figure things out this time. It was way better than every other time we really drove it and got drivability. We had a few mishaps, but they were on our way back after we really kind of got to dial it in pretty good. So things are working out a lot better on Gordo's car, and I think we're gonna get to be able to drive it a lot more often nowadays. All right, so we got this thing all worked up now. Just gonna go ahead and cruise it for a couple days, make sure everything's good, cruise it a few different times, make sure it doesn't die on him again or anything weird. And then Gordo's car, we just figured out something crazy with it as well. The bolts fell out for the traction bar right there on both sides. So when we drove it yesterday, we must have lost them somewhere in the day because they were there before and they were there when he got in alignment. So we must have lost them sometime during the drive, but that affects, you know, not the horsepower, but it affects, you know, how we were driving and stuff. So the car should definitely drive a whole lot better once we get those bolts in there and tightened up. And then with these few modifications here, this is now 3-inch instead of 2.5. So we're gonna have to put her on the dyno again and do one rip and see how she is. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring the hood down here and try and get that on there, and that'll be sick. Nice. I'm pretty excited about that. Gordo's pretty excited about that, and I think Sonic is too. So we're gonna head out and go watch the Freedom 500. But I hope you guys all have a great day and a great night as well. This is GoofyBuilt. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Peace out. So, this is GoofyBuilt. You guys all have a great night. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here, drive home. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. We are busy cranking away during this quarantine, and I hope all you guys are having fun watching us. This is GoofyBuilt. Peace out.